Prime time talk, we the champs in the zone, east coast to west. Every throne known and shown, the box and unbiased truth in every puff piece. Power pound kings, the talks never see. Check the stats, fight stack, gloves flying fast. KOs rewinding, every punch lands last. Jabs like poetry, hooks like history. Uncover the mystery, every fight a victory. Check the stats, fight stack, gloves flying fast. KOs rewinding, every punch lands last. Jabs like poetry, hooks like history. Uncover the mystery, every fight a victory. Prime time, prime grind, every rhyme so refined. True to the sport, no bias, we shine. Fist up in the ring, our voices do sing. From 9 to 90 at night, we the boxing kings. East to west, coast to coast, prime time the most, raising every toast. Talk so smooth, flow with venom. Truth in the rhythm, no biased algorithm. Analysts breaking down round by glorious round. Unbiased coverage making the sound profound. Fighter profiles, every style compiled. Games by strategy, casuals beat beguiled. Prime time, prime grind, every rhyme so refined. True to the sport, no bias, we shine. Fist up in the ring, our voices do sing. From 9 to 90 at night, we the boxing kings.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, oh man, it was a good night of fights last night. And if you missed that Beterbiev versus Bivol, then you missed a big one. You missed a good one, for real, for real. A lot of people is upset. A lot of people is happy. A lot of people is mad. A lot of people is sad. A lot of people is glad. And we're going to break it all down on why. Because, man, a lot of people has came out the woodworks. And I mean a lot of people. Pro fighters, unpro fighters, professionals, athletes, comedians, whoever watched the fight last night got their own opinion. And a lot of people is out here screaming robbery. Turkey a la sheep. We need to talk, my friend. We need to talk, because a lot of people, even Eddie Hearn, got on the stage and voiced his opinion. But first of all, let's break down the fight, okay? First round, boy, them boys came out. It won't no fill outs at all. It was straight rocking, socking. You know, it was like robotic, electric, magnetic, kinetic fighting that I've never really seen at a light heavyweight division. Not since probably Roy Jones Jr. But anyway, these guys here came out the first round banging. And a lot of people said, hey, Bivol won the first round. Yeah, he picked up the pace a whole lot, threw more shots, threw more jabs, kept Beterbiev looking more ordinary. But we all know how Beterbiev start out. He start out slow. He don't really pick up until the fourth round, and that's pretty much how it went down, y'all. Bivol really edged out the first 4 rounds convincingly. But then, oh man, in the 5th round, that's when it went down. That's when Beterbiev started picking it up, hitting Bivol with some hard shots. And I do mean some hard shots, like, ugh. And man, you know, he hit Bivol so hard that I think it was the 5th or 6th round to where his eye was looking like it was bleeding on the inside. That's from the right hands coming from the man, Beterbiev, boy. But Bivol still held his own. He jabbed, but he moved around more. And we've never really seen Bivol switch places, because remember, Bivol had Canelo going backwards. And a lot of other fighters that have fought Bivol had looked like they were going backwards, fighting on their heel. Well, last night, around, like I said, 5th round, that's when it switched. That's when Beterbiev started pushing back and being the aggressor. And it looked like, for a second there, I heard Beterbiev team say, "You're not tired. You can beat anyone." So Beterbiev must have been feeling a little gassy. 39 years old, hey, almost 40, you're going to feel it a little bit. And especially at the high pace, Bivol was throwing shots and combinations. Man, it's tricky to score these fights like this, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of people are screaming robbery and all this and that. Look, y'all, for real, the fight was too close to be called a robbery, first of all. Now, if Bivol had waxed him and waxed off like Karate Kid and put Beterbiev down, maybe, it would have convinced everyone. But we all know how these inexperienced judges judge. They judge off of who's doing the chasing. See? That's why my boy Shaky Foster lost his fight. Because even though he was scoring, he was moving backwards. And in inexperienced judges' eyes, if you're moving backwards, that means you're hurt. See what I'm saying? So for the rest of the world, the rest of the fighters and boxers around the world, look, y'all, if y'all want to move around and use your feet and all that stuff like that, I get that. But when you're doing it majority of the whole ladder of the fight, a lot of times the judges are going to go with the aggressor because it's like in their eyes, they feel as though, hey, you're kind of scared. You don't want to stop and fight. So that is the reasons why a lot of these inexperienced judges give the fights to the other fighter. The fighter that was, he could have been swinging for the fences and not really landing that much. But just because of his aggression and him chasing, they feel as though he deserves to win. And I mean, hey, in a crazy, zany type of world, you can actually kind of see that happening. But with what the world saw is Bivol putting on a masterclass in scoring. See, back in our times, the original times of boxing, yeah, it went off scoring. It went off of, how bad and brutal you masterly beat someone. But now it's about, hey, I could just be a hard puncher and hit a guy and make him go back for the rest of the fight. He can score off of me all night long, but because I rocked him and sent him back, and I ain't gonna lie, those body shots from Beterbiev, boy, those were brutal. I know Bivol is feeling it. I mean, Beterbiev was hitting them like a bag for real. You look at Bivol's face, Bivol has never been handled like that by anybody. And I think that's a lot of what went into the judge's decision. How the fighters looked, how the fighters was going backwards, who was the aggressor, who threw the most power shots, who rocked the fighter. In this new world, they don't really believe in that pity-pat boxing no more. Trying to score to win the fight. I mean, hey, it works for some depending on who you are and where you are. But when it's on a big stage like that with judges from other parts of the world that may not be as experienced, that is what's going to happen. They're going to go with the aggressor. They're going to go with the guy that looked more ferocious. That, oh, man, you see the way he rocked his head when he hit him? Oh, God. You have casual judges. And it needs to be some type of organization that keeps certain judges out and keeps certain judges in. Just like referees, it needs to be an organization where it just signs up judges with experience that have judged at least, I say, 100 fights or more, 50 fights or more. I don't know. What do you think? But, the judging has really ruined some of the best fights we've seen in recent time. And it's getting kind of obnoxious. It really is. And I don't know if that is the reason why Dana White is coming into the sport, but I truly hope that somehow, some way, that there's someone with the gumption enough to put together a more organized situation when it comes to boxing, as far as the judges, the commission, the drug testing. All it needs to be cleaned up, overhauled, and rebooted. You know how your computer get a lag and, and it run a little slow. And then, you like, man, shoot, man, I'm almost done with what I'm working on. But instead of trying to finish it, just reboot it right then and there and fix the situation. That's what boxing need right now. Now, hey, I feel as though personally it should have been a draw. That's what I think. Just because no one went down. Bivol won the first half. Beterbiev won the second half. It's a toss-up. Or maybe they should do like the zone do and do an extra round or something, sudden death round. We're going into sudden death. Because it's like, with fights like this, it leaves you on a cliffhanger, but I understand the business of it. And the business of it, said last night, is that they want to see a part 2. That they didn't see enough. That they want to make a little controversy so that we can replay this. Bring it back, come rewind. Heal up, bring it back, come rewind. Like that reggae song. They want to bring this back and rewind, selector. Let's make some more money off this selector. Hey, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't no harm, no foul. I would love to see a part 2 to this. I think it deserves a part 2. Bivol, I just really felt as though his power wasn't enough to keep Beterbiev off of him, but it was enough for him to score and dictate. I feel as though both fighters did not go to the body enough. Bivol went more than Beterbiev did, of course, but I feel as though Beterbiev threw more shots, but he wasn't as accurate as Bivol was. And if you wanted to be a tactician and scoring judge, then you would have gave it to Bivol. But if you were looking for a knockout, power shots, who dominated, with the most ferociousness as far as power shots, then you're going to give it to Beterbiev. And I think that's what the judges saw last night. They just saw what they wanted to see, what they were looking for, and they agreed on it, and they gave it to that winner. Now, a lot of people are saying they cheated Bivol because of his baby mama. Now, that's the drama I want to get to. They said his baby mama said before the fight, he's a horrible father and he don't give us no money and yada, yada, yada. I don't know all the particulars to that, but I'm pretty sure that their family is taken care of. I'm pretty sure they're not homeless and on the streets or anything like that. I'm pretty sure she just wants more money that she feels as though she deserves. That's what I believe. And did that play a part into the judging last night? Inquiring minds want to know. Did the bad press from his baby mama taint the judge's opinion about him to say, hey, if you don't knock him out, he's not going to win by my book? Who knows? But Eddie Hearn did ask for a rematch, immediate rematch. He urged Turki Al-Sheikh to give an immediate rematch. He said he hasn't seen nobody outside the sport of boxing or online or social media saying that they thought Beterbiev won, So, hey, he may have an argument there. I do believe he has an argument for a second fight. That's easy. That's easy money sniper. Let him go ahead and get that rematch, and let's solidify who is that. Now, I don't get why we're seeing the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight again, because Usyk clearly won that fight, had my man stumbling and rumbling all over the room. Now, I guess they just trying to see Tyson Fury flat on his back for good. So that's pretty much what I see in that fight as far as a rematch goes. But this right here, it deserves a rematch. Bivol versus Beterbiev 2 for undisputed. Yeah, they need to run that back immediately. So anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these latest and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media. Everyone definitely go to the website, primetimetalktv.com, and copy some merch. All right, y'all. Peace, love. I'm out till next time.